What's up, everyone, and welcome into a special edition of the Buffalo Sports Collective. Today, we have the pleasure of talking with 2024-25 Buffalo Bandits Fan of the Year, captain of the Buffalo Brigade, and one of the event organizers for the 2025 Fann Cup, Herb Guth. Guth. I knew I was going to screw it up. Herb, thanks for jumping on with us, and how's it going?
It's going great. Hey, I appreciate you having me. Just being a little crazy getting ready for Fann Cup.
Right? So I got, we've got you on to talk and promote the 2025 Fann Cup that's taking place at Riverworks here in Buffalo for the first time since 2017.
Thank you.
On the 19th. But first things first, congrats on being named the 2024-25 Buffalo Bandits Fan of the Year. This award only goes to one person every year. And this past season, you took it home. How did it feel getting that honor after being a fan of this team for as long as you have?
Yeah, it was actually a unexpected honor. But for me, being captain of the team and everything we've been doing all these years as part of the brigade, I really look at it as it's a team award. So many people in the background doing a lot of work, and me being the face of the group, I'm the one that got honored.
So I got two more quick questions for you regarding the Bandits before even diving into the event coming up this coming weekend. Bandits completed the mission this past season. Now, they're the only second team to ever do it, a three-peat. Was their confidence with you always there, or were there times during the season that it was a bit shaky and you were kind of questioning if they would be able to pull this off?
For me, I think there was a lot of confidence. We lost a couple games along the way, but for the most part, those were 1-point games. We did have that one bad game. I think it was Calgary off the top of my head. But then
that bad second half, yeah.
Yeah, and then the week later, we came back and did to them what they did to us. So, when you see that as a fan and the fact that this team makes those adjustments and does what it takes to win, a lot of confidence that once we got past that first game, that, best 2 out of 3, we're going to take it all the way, which we obviously did.
So last question for you, and I know it's going to be filled with a lot of ifs, and that's kind of what our shows have been this entire offseason because there's a lot of unknowns right now with Rochester, the CBA, vets possibly hanging it up for the Bandits and around the league. But can this team do what no other team has ever done and get a 4th straight title, let alone being to their 6th straight finals?
Well, rumor is most of the guys are coming back. We've got probably the best coaching tandem in JT and Chugger. And you've seen it throughout the year, too. Every time there's a little hang-up, they made the adjustments. They did what it took to win. And, if we stay healthy, even if we lose 1 or 2 people, I think the rookies that they've brought in were developed really to hit those key spots. So, confidence. If there's any team that's going to do it, I think a team led by, JT and Chugger, they're the guys that are going to pull it off.
Yeah, it doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt also having Anthony Cosmo back there that filled in for Chugger when he was out for the injuries too. But yeah, it's 3 Hall of Famers, or future Hall of Famers, should I say, with Anthony Cosmo sitting behind the bench.
Yep.
Also. But all right. Now the important topic, the 2025 Fann Cup. I know you've been running around busy with this one, but Lynn actually reached out to us a little while back and wanted to see if we had any interest in kind of teaming up in some way to help promote this event. And honestly, we had heard a little bit about this, but being completely honest, hadn't heard a ton about this. But once we learned more and more about it, it was a no-brainer that we wanted to partner up and help promote this event as much as we could because it's for such a great cause. But for those that might not know a ton about this event like we didn't, give us a little background on what it is and maybe a little history of how it all started.
Yeah, well, I guess I should give props out to Lynn because she's actually been there since the beginning. I joined about 3 years into it. But the original game was literally a bar bet between some fans from Toronto and some fans from Rochester. They wanted to play each other for a little bit of honor and bragging rights. A couple of fans from Rochester invited Buffalo people in, and they played the game. Everybody threw a couple bucks in to help cover costs, and the money that was left over, they donated to Les Bartley. So for those who may not remember, Les was the original or second coach of the Bandits team after three straight losses, but took us to three championships. Then he moved on to Toronto. So obviously the guys in Toronto knew he needed some help with going through cancer treatments. And, they had such a blast that they started doing it year after year and grew organically. Everybody started like, hey, let's, help another charity and help another charity. And during the course of the year, I think we're at 140,000 raised year to date. A little bit more than that, maybe. My wife's in the background, like sending me signals because she's got the numbers. But yeah, I mean, it's a great event. All these different cities from the NLL, just the fans getting together, having a blast together, not taking ourselves too serious about gameplay. And end of the day, it's having fun, being together, and raising money for charities wherever we can help.
So this event, like we mentioned off the top, hasn't been in Buffalo since 2017. Obviously, it rotates city to city, and COVID, you lost 2 years in there,
Yeah.
but 8 years. This event is finally making its way back to Buffalo. Talk about how you all ended up with the decision of hosting it at Riverworks, because personally, I think it's one of the best spots that could host this event.
Yeah, Riverworks is for Buffalo is the perfect venue because it's grown so big. We had to have two pads sitting right next to each other, and Riverworks is the only facility that has that. And then they are like phenomenal for me to work with the last couple weeks and months even to get this thing coordinated. So, great venue, great food while you're there, beverages while you're there. There's going to be a band starting at 1 o'clock. If you're into bodybuilding, there's a bodybuilding event taking place, although you have to pay for tickets for those. We are free. Um, but again, I mean, it's just like the perfect venue. It's a blast. When we announced that we're coming back to Riverworks, the people that were here in 2017 are all telling their friends, oh my God, if you want to play in this thing, Buffalo is the place to be. And we're happy to host, do what we can for our four great charities that we've selected, real small charities. So we know every dollar is going to have a huge impact to them.
So opening ceremonies kick off the 19th at 8:30 in the morning, the first game facing off at 9 a.m. However, you said something to me the other day, and I want to give you the time to talk about it here to make everybody aware of it, because I personally think it's an awesome thing that's going to be happening at noon that day.
Yeah, we have it's Greater Buffalo Adaptive Sports is going to be putting what they call their stand-up team out on the floor at noon. And it's the kids and adults. They have just different abilities that are going to take the floor. We're going to kind of do an exhibition. So they're going to do maybe some drills, take the floor. Caroline is going to be running it from Greater Buffalo Adaptive Sports. But these kids, I watched them on Monday for their practice. They were having an absolute blast. And when I talked to Caroline about it, shout out to Chris Swenson, his son Brett, who we all know, hopefully we all know, was part of the group. He left the group because he does have to work this Saturday, so he won't be there. But just kind of gives you a little bit of, again, the Bandits' commitment to the community, helping out everybody who has a love of the game. And we are so proud to be able to partner with them, give these athletes the opportunity to show what they got and have some fun with us. And again, it's going to be a great event. So if you're limited on time, just get there about, I don't know, 11:30. So when they take the floor at 12, they're out there 12 to 12:30. Let's give them some encouragement, give them some love.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. When you told me about that, I was like, man, this event just got even better. But this year, you have four charities that you're going to be raising money towards: the Native American Community Services of Western New York, Nickel City Canine Rescue, Buddy Second Chance Rescue, and the one we just spoke about, Greater Buffalo Adaptive Sports. Can you let everyone know where they can donate, and what other things that you guys might have at this event to help raise those funds, that grand total for all the charities? We want it as high as we could possibly go. I know I saw a 50-50 out there as well.
Yeah. So first, the information on all the charities can be seen at fancup.ca. It's important to put in the .ca because we're using the Canadian website. We've got, hey, we're a hybrid. We're, Buffalo, Toronto, et cetera. So go check them out. Yeah, we've got 50/50s. We've got, I think I heard over 60 plus baskets that are going to be available. The three of the charities are going to be there. One of them just couldn't get the staff because they have another event going on. But if you want to just donate direct, you can do so. Come check out their tables to see what they do. Like I said, they're all small charities, so every dollar that's going in is really helping them out. And we've got a personal relationship with all of them. The executive director from Native American Community Services, if you see him at every game, he's sitting in the Buffalo Bandits penalty box. So it's really a cool little connection for everybody, and just how great this lacrosse community is.
Yeah, me and my wife work with a local rescue, and I can speak firsthand. You're not even just lying. How much they can stretch even just $1. So whatever you're able to donate really does make a massive impact, because it is insane how little amount of money they can just stretch and do amazing things. So yeah. I got two more for you. And okay. I'll be heading up to Riverworks on the 19th to take everything in that this event
Can't wait to see you.
For people that might not be...
and don't laugh at me when you see me play. That's all I'm asking.
You're probably far better than me. You should see me just try to throw a ball in the backyard. But for people that might just be hearing about this now, whether here or I've seen multiple posts on any of the Facebook pages or any of the social media sites, how could someone get involved in this event, whether it's volunteering or helping organize or even just being a player in next year's event or the years that follow? How can anybody that might want to be interested in helping in one way or the other get involved in this event?
Well, anybody who's interested in helping out, we can always use volunteers. I mean, there's never a shortage, or there's always a shortage of volunteers, right? Come on down, introduce yourselves. We'll have a check-in table, and they can direct you out to where you need to go. As far as, hey, if you want to bring us an extra basket, I'm sure, hey, we'll take it. In regards to, future events, we've been doing this for 20 plus years. We're constantly doing things, so hit me up on social media. If you see our posts, put something there. Hey, I'm interested. We have a couple people that are even playing this year. We just met them last year from various events that we've done for fundraising. So, yeah, whatever it takes. We actually, now I think about it, like Dan and Scott even gave us the floor once to help out for Jason Arna when we lost him, guys, 2 or 3 years ago. And again, we reached out to the local firefighter community. So I think I got two or three firefighters playing this year alone. So again, reach out, look for us. That's all. I can't think of any better way. It's just, hey, you see us on social media, you see anybody saying Brigade, just comment, message us, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, either get a hold of them or get a hold of us, and we'll get in contact with Herb, and we'll get you to the right people. So last one for you. Behind the scenes here at the BSC, we're always trying to find new and fun ways to promote the game of lacrosse, because it's an incredible sport that everybody should be able to take part in, whether playing, watching, whatever it is. Now, you are a huge part of the Fann Cup, not only that you do this, but you also give back with this event. Now, that is why it was so easy to jump on with the chance to partner up with you guys to help this and promote this event as much as we can. Now, you have been around this game, but especially this event, for years. Now, you have seen it go from where it was to what it is now. Now, let everyone out there know that's listening or might see this post that, maybe be hitting that off-season lull, why they need to be down to Riverworks on the 19th to take in this amazing event.
Oh, yeah. Lacrosse is really a community. You're going to see fans there from Toronto, Rochester, Philadelphia. We actually have a team from Chicago. So think of it. Chicago died in 2008, but their Fann Cup team is still playing in 2025. Just goes to show about talking about the love of the game for people. Next year, Chicago's supposed to host. And we're actually hearing that Ray, who runs the team, is going to put it down in Nashville. Nashville's got a beautiful facility. They host the national championships down there for indoors. So we're going to see what happens. But again, reach out. Again, and look for posts. We've had a couple preseasons that we've taken the floor before or after the preseason game. So, I'm hoping we can do it again. It all depends upon what happens and how things work out. But, anytime, I can work with Dan Rustine and we take the floor, it's 100% going to charity. Every single dollar we take in goes out to help whoever it is. So it's what we're about. It's kind of our foundation, how we started, and we're going to just keep right on rolling with it. Again, I can't thank Dan Rustine and Scott Loeffler for everything they've done for us over the years. That also reminds me, because I just picked it up, we have a special team signed Buffalo Bandits jersey. The number on the back is 25, and the name on the back just says NLL Champs. So there's only one place you can get it. That's going to be July 19th at Fann Cup. So if you're a collector, make sure to get out there. I thinking we get done about 3:00. So shortly after 3 is when the drawing should take, or the final silent auction winner will be announced.
Probably should have started with that one on the interview, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like I actually just got the jersey earlier today, so I completely forgot about it. Just running around. I got another meeting with Riverworks tomorrow at lunch to go over all the fine details. It's just constant work in progress. But again, it's a super fun event. So, come on out, check it out. You never know what current or former bandits, may show up. So come check us out.
Well, Herb, thank you for joining us on the Buffalo Sports Collective. Do you want to let everyone know, anything else we might have missed, or just anything else you need to hammer home to bring down as many people as we can, both to take in the event and for those 4 charities like we mentioned?
No, like I said, like you've hit it spot on. Just come down, check it out. It's a great venue. I mean, you get to see the average Joe out there throwing it around. We're going to make the Bandits look really, really, really good by comparison. But, at the same point, you might look and be like, hey, I could do that. And, then reach out to us and say, hey, when we start just running practices in the fall, how can I get out to them? And a lot of us started that way. In fact, I started that way at 38 years old. And, I kind of got hooked on it right away. And I've been doing this now for 20 years. So.
Well, thanks again for joining us on the BSC. Hope to talk to you down the road, maybe even at the event. Continued success with everything, and honestly, thank you for including us in this to help promote the 2025 Fann Cup, because the more you're talking about it, the more we're reading about it, the more we're hearing about it. This is right up our alley, and exactly a big reason why we started the BSC, to promote this area and promote this sport, and you guys are doing it first class, and it's absolutely amazing.
Oh, no, and thank you. I mean, hey, speaking of first class, I listen to you guys every week, and those breakdowns weekly on your podcast of what happened with the game and why it happened is just a pleasure to listen to. So we definitely appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Appreciate the kind words. We will be back Wednesday for our normal episode, so we will talk to you all then. Make sure you're down at Riverworks on July 19th, starting at 8:30 through 3:00. You do not want to miss this event. It's for a great cause, and it's an even better atmosphere. We'll talk to you all then.